We are now going to create a new class file inside of the SSD folder. So right click, I'm going to create new and PHP class. You simply create a new PHP file and call it currency. Because I'm using PHP Storm, it's automatically adding the starting PHP tag. It recognizes what namespace the file belongs to, and obviously starts the file with the class definition. If you are using any other editor, simply use the same structure, opening PHP tag, then define the namespace and the class definition right after. After the namespace SSD, we need to use and then / exception. And now, why do we use the / at the beginning? In this specific scenario, because the exception belongs to the standard PHP library. Basically, it's one of these classes which comes with PHP. It's not our custom class. For all these, we simply use the / at the beginning. Now that we're going to be using exception inside of this currency class, we can start with the private property. So underscore list equals array. And inside of this array, we're simply going to specify the currencies we're going to be using. For the time being, we're only going to be using one. You can select whichever one you want. But we're going to start with 3 of them. At some point, one of the add-ons will be about multi-currency, adding multi-currency to the website. So once we've got this class, obviously it's going to give us basically the beginning of whenever we're going to start working on it. But for the time being, we're just going to start using this class in order to display all of the prices. Then GBP for British pound, array, and inside of this we go for symbol. The symbol will be simply pound symbol, and then HTML version of it, so HTML, and we go for end, hash, and then 163 and semicolon. Then the next currency will be USD for American dollar, array, symbol is the dollar symbol, and the HTML version of it is again and hash and 36 and semicolon. And then the last one we're going to be using is euro, so EUR, code, array, symbol will simply be euro, and then HTML is and hash 8364 semicolon. If I scroll down a little bit, after our list private property, we're going to define another private property which will store the default currency, so GBP in this specific example. Then we go for private underscore index. Then we have public code, so no underscore, public again, symbol, no underscore, and public again with no underscore HTML. And now we go for the constructor, so public function underscore construct. And here we just simply call underscore process. Underscore, meaning obviously it's going to be a private or protected method. Now, one thing I told you about this underscore, single underscore for private and protected methods and properties. Double underscore, try to not use it because these are reserved for magic methods, basically like constructor, like set, get, set to string, and so on. If you want to read a little bit more, obviously, about magic methods, please refer to the PHP documentation. Now, if we go to the next video, we're going to create this process method.